What up, people? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I wanted to react to this video. Um I think I had mentioned it once before in one of my other videos, and I just wanted to I wanted to go through it with y'all. Maybe we could laugh about it today. Cause the other time I mentioned it, it kind of got taken out of control. But out of context. But I want to go through it and maybe we can laugh a little bit. Let's get it. Come on, let's get it.
Fresh, guess I was freezed up, fresh out of the deeper. Freeze up, cause I'm deeper than any voice on speakers. I can't hear you gotta speak up. I don't need to slow down, I need to speed up. Anonymous activity, Bobby B stuff. Jealousy to ski master motion, and ease up. Fresh out of the freezer. Fresh, guess I was freezed up, fresh out of the deeper. Freeze up, cause I'm deeper than any voice on speakers.
Okay, let's get it. Um, I wanna talk about this right here. They have a young man. I think his name is Big. We'll see. I'll see it. Y'all will see it in a minute. But he is hilarious because he trying to kick it to y'all. Like I was on Hamp's live last night, and Hamp's live went on for like a long time. I caught maybe like the last 2 hours of it, but I'm telling you, it was a regular man trying to check the manosphere. He has smoke for the manosphere, but he was telling them y'all mad at women is kind of lame. Like I don't have them problems with women because I got love for women. Like I don't have that issue with women, me and women. But anyway, let's get into this right here because when I seen this, I fell out laughing. I was like, this dude right here is
in pain. You gotta just sit in it, face it, and deal with it. Sure, you can run around sleeping with a gang of different women. You can even hang.
I was trying to tell my brother this when we were younger because he gonna tear up the whole neighborhood because he heartbroke. It got so bad. Anyway, let's go.
With your homeboys to try to occupy most of your time. But at the end of the day, there's only so much Madden and 2K you can play. Because of
It's only so many games you can play anyway. You see what I'm saying? I used to try to tell this to my brother, the one that's right over me, like bro, I know you love her, but you can't be doing all this. I mean, he done did all kind of stuff. He done did sister, cousin, aunt, friends. I'm looking at him like, yo, bro, why though? Cause she did him something. Cause I loved her. But what happened is that my brother took her in after she had been hurt up and molested and raped, and she had a baby at 14 or 15, and so we took the baby in as our own because we don't throw kids away. My family don't throw kids away anyway. But so he had put so much time and energy into her, but she was still over there liking the next boy who didn't really have any care about her. My brother actually really genuinely loved her, but she was over there with a dude that didn't care about her. Like she kept trying to sneak off from my brother while we're taking care of her baby with the next man. And she kept doing it the whole time. And so, he's putting his energy into her because he truly loved her. And the same happened with my little brother. He took in a woman who already had a child by somebody else who didn't want her or the child. And she did the same thing. So, I understand the heartbreak for men a little bit different because I have all brothers. I don't have sisters. But I understand the heartbreak from women because I'm a woman. Let's go.
eventually you got to go home and lay down by yourself. And that's when your imagination get to dancing on you.
Hmm.
Because now you ain't got nothing to do. So your mind is just wandering, and all you thinking about is her, what she doing, where she at, who she with.
Oh Lord. And then when that kick in and they start stalking and showing up and walk around your door, and I literally had to go get this dude 2 o'clock in the morning because he done went up there to he sold all his DJ equipment first of all to house this girl. He wanted to make sure that she was, her and his kids was straight. So he sold all his equipment and everything. Got 2 jobs, and if anybody know anything about him, like he's a music guy. Like all he we started DJing. He started DJing a little while before me, but I came right behind him. So we've been DJing since like 13 and 14 years old. But I watched him sell all his equipment to make sure that he had the security money. They needed 1 month security, 1 month's rent, and something else, like another month. So he needed like 3 months, and he put it everything together so that he could house this girl and her and their children. And when that kicked in, when he started dealing with that feeling of what she doing, he would roll up on her. And when he rolled up on her one day, after work, he came home from work early one day. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. He usually get off about 6 or 7. And next thing I know, I'm getting a phone call from one of my family friends, like, please come get him, please come get him. I'm like, what's going on? I run from my house to his house, which is like maybe 1, 2, maybe 6 blocks away. I run from my house to his house to try to find out what's. I get there, he got this girl head between the banister legs. And I'm trying to figure out how did you manage to get her head through this big, like he is choking the hell out of her, got her head through the banister thing, and I'm trying to figure out. So I finally get him up off, like, yo, what you doing? Like, come on, man, what you doing? And he tells me she in there got another dude in here while I'm at work trying to do everything I can for her. She got another dude in here sitting in my chair and eating my food, Tosh. And he just went off the deep end. Let's go.
And that last one, that's the killer. Cause in our mind, when we think about our woman being with another guy, she ain't never having a horrible time. She's having a blast. My man is in our thoughts, showing out. I mean, he doing all the moves. He got the one leg.
I'm telling you, came back. He broke that boy whole face up. That's how angry he was. He broke that boy whole face, just his whole jaw, and blood all over the place, just all over the walls, and a lot of people didn't understand why did I stand with my brother on that, and I kept saying to him, because what man would be in somebody else, another man's house at that time of morning? Like, what kind of man would be that bold? A man who wanted his ass whooped. Let's get it.
Leg up on her while he clapped from the back. He got in the chicken wing and he hit her and got a finger in her. He just doing the dirty in our mind. And yo, it gets us every time. But guess what? You gonna be all right. There's no short.
A lot of times people think that it's going to be all right, but it's not going to be all right. Those men never heal from stuff like that. Next girl come along and catch all kind of hell from him. He don't let them hoes, because now everybody a hoe because of the one girl. Not because of the one girl, because of the one hoe. So now everybody is a hoe because of this hoe. And he carries that along in his life for the rest of his life. And I don't know why my brother was not satisfied until that girl was dead. He wasn't satisfied until she was dead. Once she died, then it looked like he had some peace in his life. And I was looking at him like, yo, Like, what kind of evil reside on the inside of you, bro, that would allow you, excuse me, y'all. I'm eating this ice. Y'all know about me and the doggone ice. But what kind of evil live on the inside of you that it would be fun to see your children hurt like that because their mother's not there anymore? I'm like, did you think about a mommy when you was doing all this? Like, did you care about the kids, or was it just specifically about you, or was it just only about you? Like, did you ever care about the kids, and like in between they battle and them I'm gonna try to explain it a little bit better, because I watched this take place, and I want you fellas to know you're gonna be all right, but you got to get past all that crazy stuff on the inside of you first. I'm trying to tell you, somebody hurt Tommy Sotomayor, and I think somebody literally, allegedly, I think somebody burned him, because he got that same look on his face that one of my family members got. You know, that same look, that real dark face, and that matted skin. And then your arms and your hands and the rest of your body don't match that matted face and that matted skin. And I was looking at Tommy real hard last night on Hamp Show. And I kept saying in the chat, man, like somebody that burnt Tommy, like somebody got him. And that's why he's so angry like that. But he can't say to y'all because his manhood won't let him say to y'all. And I also said that in the chat. Tommy, you ought to be talking about that instead of these black bitches and these black bitches and these black bitches. You know, like I want to hear him go ahead and tell his whole story so that people can understand where his anger is coming from. Somebody got him. And now the only way for him to be able to go off and into life without being detected like that, or being rejected again, because you know with disease come rejection from some people. Some women don't care, you know, but with some women it come rejected. You can't tell them, listen, I'm you know messed up like this, but because women gonna turn and go the other way, like, oh hell to the no. So what Tommy has resorted to doing at this point is buying ass. That's the only way for him to get it, is if he buy it. Because in the other way, it's a crime. Like if he try to go with a woman and not disclose his, uh, you know, his information, he could go to jail for that. But if he's buying it in a state where it's legal to buy, he don't have to really disclose any information because it's a business transaction. So he's turned it into a business transaction to not take the repercussions of what might happen if one of them girls come up detected. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm trying to explain it. So when I seen him last night, it took me all the way back to you know younger, when I seen this from my own brother. And he was willing to stay with her. Like he was willing to do everything for her because he loved his kids like that. So much so. And I can't even, can I say it? I can say that he loved his kids like that because he took the kids and he wind up raising his boys himself. But I really believe that he took the kids so that he could stay with access to her. Cause she went on. Like she didn't really care about him like that. Like he cared about her. She didn't care about him. She didn't really have no care really for anybody but herself. Cause she left the kids, and you know it would take her like 6 and 7 years to come back to even be bothered with her own kids. She had threw the onus off onto me. She threw the responsibility onto me. Well, as long as their aunts there, they don't worry about nothing. They don't want for nothing, and they don't want, you know. She had threw that responsibility onto me of being their mom while she was raising herself and her legs up. And so I watched all the game play out and between them two and like the the testing of each other and they gonna screw. I don't care who they with. They both gonna screw each other. Like that's just what they did. They had a sexual kind of bond or a sexual soul tie. And they gonna definitely hump. No matter who they with, they gonna hump each other. Cause that's just who they was. They get around each other and get to looking at each other and smirking and smiling and carrying on. You know, cause she was nasty and he was nasty. But watching all the game play out and not being able to say to people what was really happening around us, I watched my brother hold my nephews hostage away from their mother so that he could always have access to her. And that bothered me. That's why I stayed with my nephews. And then I watched her play a game where she don't want to be bothered. She gonna give all her kids away, even the one that didn't belong to him. He wind up with because that was his son. You know, he didn't date my nephew didn't know nobody else as dad but him. But then she came along playing the game after we had raised the baby all the way up. Then she interjects the biological father and grandmother into the picture as a way and a means to hurt my brother. You get what I'm saying? Like the game just kept going on, 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 kept going on. Because nobody stopped to take a minute and heal and get their mind right, right? And in the process of all that stuff taking place, my nephew died. And I ain't been right with the family since then because my family watched it go on and actually was cheering it on like, yeah, yeah, you know, and I ain't with none of them games. I don't like none of them fucking games at all. So I watched my nephew die running because he was hurt. You know, he got a mom over here that act like she don't care about them. He got a family over here that's not quite right. Grandfather think he like 20 years old and he like 70. You know, got I raised me and my brother raised her brothers and sisters, so they were always accessible to my nephews um because we raised them too. We didn't mind raising them. We, you know, they mom ran off like she did. So that's what she knew to do was to run off and leave her kids like her mom left them. And me not knowing and understanding the psychology of this thing as a young woman, I couldn't understand it, but I had enough compassion on the kids to try to shelter the kids from everything. You get what I'm saying? So you know, I watch men deal with heartbreak real different. Like this brother said, they will run and hump 1,000 women when they feelings is hurt. They gonna hump 1,000 women to prove you something, including the friends around you that they know that don't like you. They gonna make sure they go hang out with your friend that don't like you, just so she could come back and say, uh-huh, and I was over here with so and so. And you be looking at her like, how was you over there with so and so and you my friend? That's all to sting you and ding you up. That's to ding you up because they be all dung up, you know, like somebody hit their car door with the door real hard, so they gonna come back and kick your bumper off. That's the type of stuff that men do once they're hurt. And I watch that because I only have boys in my family. I don't have a lot of women. It's just a lot of men. You know, every one of the girls in my family are only girls. So I watched a whole lot of men in my family do this. The only person that wasn't like that was my dad that raised me, my stepfather. He wasn't that kind of guy. So he would always catch an attitude with them dudes like y'all need to cut that shit out because that's going to be destructive. But then my stepfather believed in God. He had his own vices too, you know. but he believed in God. He had his own sexual issues, but he believed in God. So he would always be trying to stand on a principle of what was godly and what was right when it came to the kids and, my brothers and us. By this time, my mom had long passed away. And so my dad was fighting by himself with some children that didn't belong to him. You get what I'm saying? And that's the reason why my brothers were always able to raise other men's children, is because some other man raised us. And never, if we didn't tell y'all that wasn't our real father, y'all would have never known, or you would never know that that wasn't our real father, because of the way that he was as a father when it came to us. And so my brothers became those same type of dudes. They just picked up them women, not realizing that them women ain't like your mom. You get what I'm saying? Like, some of you guys be picking up women that ain't like your mom. You be wanting them to be like your mom, and then you get mad at your mom. You pissed off with your mother. And I can't figure out why you mad with your mom. And then some of them women are just like your mothers. Y'all got some mothers out there that about don't give a damn, will drop you off because she got something around the corner and come back and get you about 3 or 4, 5 days later after you stinking and your hair wild and looking crazy. The babysitter ain't got no clothes for you. And, it's some people that'll do stuff like that to you, men and women. So it's a matter of what you willing to take when it comes to the initial vetting of a person. We have me and my family have a soft spot for children. Like, we have a soft spot for children that's by themselves in the world. I don't believe in it. I know my brothers don't believe in. We just don't believe in some of that stuff, that children are not supposed to be treated that way. We try to take hold of the kids and um make sure that the kids is straight if there ain't nobody else straight. And see, I'm a person that I love the kids. The grown-ups gotta figure it the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a person that'll give my all to the children, but when I look back at the adults, I be looking at them like, man, go ahead with that shit. Cause to me, grown-ups get to a certain place where they want to play the game. And I don't want to play the game with them. And so when I see stuff like this, and this brother is like breaking it all the way down, that exactly what it is what's wrong with us, is that we suffering from heartbreak and don't know how to get out of it sometimes. We take it out on the whole entire world instead of just sitting back and chilling and getting our own mind right and getting ourselves together. We don't take that time out sometime. I watch people, it's called medicate. I watch people try to medicate that feeling. Like, when a man think he about to get hurt and he take off and run when he in love with you, but he's scared because the last woman done did him in. So now he can't deal with you like a regular man would deal with you. Now he dealing with you like a fucking softie, because everything is a problem now. And he's scared to death because he's scared to love you. He's scared to love you on the strength of heartbreak. So when y'all see men run and ghost people and do stuff like that, that's that inside insecurity in his heart. He's scared to get hurt, and he think you gonna hurt him. So when they take off and run, just let them. Don't chase them. They want to be chased, like the little boy on the playground. A little boy on the playground hit you, pull your hair, and then run. You can't get me. And he wants you to chase him around because he's gonna hurt you first in order to make you like him. And some women go for that shit. But if you pull my hair and punch me and try to run, next time I see him, I'll knock your ass out. I'm not bullshitting. They don't like me. They love me. The men love me. They don't like me like that. I ain't even run chase you no fucking where because you could have just walked up and said hi. How you doing? My name is so and so. I was checking you out from over there on the side, and I just wanted to say hi and maybe get to know you or something. How you doing? What's up? I look for people like that in my life because all of the extras and stuff. I don't do all the extra. I don't do none of the extra. So when you see this type of conversation right here, this brother right here is breaking it all the way down to the he breaking it down to the bone gristle, like Method Man say. This is to the bone gristle. This is to the white meat.
But cause to dealing with the heartache and pain, man, you just gotta sit at home in the dark and cry.
That's to the bone gristle. It can't get no simpler than that. For real. BigZo podcast is what his name is. And I'm telling you, it can't get no simpler than that. BigZo is telling y'all what time it is. That's the real. There is no cure for heartache and heartbreak like that except to heal first. Don't take that out into the world. Don't take that out into the world. I watched a couple of them boys on that live stream last night, and I was kind of like taken aback because like I said, I come from all men. There's only one girl. Each one of me and all my cousins are only girls. There are no other women on my grandmother's side that has a sister. We don't have sisters. We have all brothers. So that's why I tell people all the time I have love for men. I don't hate the fellas. I'm not trying to get on the bandwagon with this one over here. I know they dusty as fuck. Not all of them, though. I know they tired as hell, but not all of them, no. I know they weak as shit, but not all of them, no. That's the weak ones. That's the tired ones. That's the dusty ones. Don't like washing their nuts and getting a fucking bath. And that's them people that don't like their shirt and shit ironed and now I'm gonna just throw this on real quick and just go outside. Nah, man, take a minute, take some time out for yourself. But they would have to have fathers to teach them that. And my father taught us that. We didn't iron no clothes in my house. My dad ironed our clothes. We wasn't going outside with no wrinkle. We ain't going outside with a wrinkled t-shirt on. Cause my dad gonna make us take that off, put that on the iron board. Let me hit that real quick. Cause that's that nah. Let me hit that real quick. You ain't going outside like that. That's out of the question. And so, you have to have parents that are those type of teachers that'll teach you that you can't be doing that. I watched my baby brother move a girl right upstairs once he was hurt by his baby mama. He moved a girl right up over top of her head. I was like, this nigga crazy. I can't fuck with it. I was like, oh my God. Cause they get to play in the game. You know what I'm saying? They get to play in the game. And I'm telling them to spare the heartache of your children. Let her go. If you're not gonna forgive her, let her go. So that you can spare the heartache of for your children. Like your children gonna go through a lot because of this. Like I know you angry. I know you hurt. I know it hurt. But take a message from sister and let that go. So that you can heal. Like let that go. Let it all go. So hold on to your kids, but let the woman go. Let her go on. And he didn't let her go, didn't let her go, didn't let her go. He gonna hold on to her and beat her to death emotionally until he looked up one day after he had moved the girl over top of his head. She walked up one day. He caught her with one of his friends, one of the barber's brothers, one of his barbers that's supposed to be his friend, brother over there sleeping with the brother in there getting the money at the barber shop. He over there with my brother in his face while his brother is laying with my brother's wife. That's how treacherous dudes are. Okay? So, sometimes you guys have to just go ahead and go on and heal and get that over with. Don't try to run out and do everything. Because I'm telling you, when I looked at Hamp video last night, I was shaking my head like, whoa. I was like, this boy right here is on the down low. I did this boy ready to snap his fingers in his neck and everything. He was ready. He was ready. He was sassy. He was ready to. I was looking at him like, ooh. I kept telling him, Mr. Fantastic, you need to come out the closet, bro. Like, what is that? Like, because I know men. I've been around men all my life. I know the men. I know what to look for. I'm looking at him like, whoa. And then the other brother got on there, the misogynist, and the misogynist said, as I was beating him up in the chat, cause I don't beat him up. I love on him, but I tag him at the same time. Cause I love men. I don't have that animosity toward men like most women do. I love the fellas. So when I tap you, I'm gonna tap you in your heartstring, like boom, cut that shit out and poke that whole theory right the fuck up out of the system. I'm a girl that'll make you cry to get that shit out your system. So I was watching the misogynist, and the misogynist came back after a couple hours of us being on there. And the misogynist came on there and he said, I'm tired of holding on to this energy. He said, I have a woman at home that I actually like. He said, I've been with her now for about a year. She's really cool. I don't want to hold this type of anger anymore. So I'm no longer the misogynist, he said. He said, now my name is just Joseph. Oh my God, the men went crazy. Oh no! And oh my God, this man, this dude. I was like, what the hell? I like y'all supposed to be clapping for that. Like y'all supposed to be proud of that dude, but men don't be proud like that when they still hurting. They not proud of a happy relationship from man or woman. They don't want that man to be happy or that woman to be happy. They gonna screw everything up when they ain't happy. And it's a lot of women that's like that too. That's why you don't see me in people relationship business. You got to actually bring me into your business, because other than that, I won't know nothing about you. Because I'm not going to study your shit. I don't want to be around y'all too long. If I come around, I'm coming around for a hot few minutes and say what up. And I ain't kissing one of y'all. I'm gonna kiss both of y'all. You get what I'm saying? Hey, hey, mwah, 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 mwah. What's up? Because I don't want him to feel slighted. I don't want her to feel slighted in any kind of way, because I'm not there to break y'all up. I'm there to, say what up, and I'm out. I'm not a friend that'll screw you, man. If you're not my friend, you might be in trouble though. If you want to play a game like you don't want to be my friend, and ain't everybody don't want to be your friend. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you play in my face like that, I might just get you on purpose. That's a rare thing for me, but just so happens, I done did it a couple times. Just because you bucking at me for no fucking reason. Oh, what the hell was that? What the hell? Like, I ain't even thought about this dude like that. You done gave this whole man to me, and I ain't even thought about him like that. Like, wow. But okay, you know. So those be the little silly games that we as women play when you start testing us and trying us. But other than that, we ain't with all that. I just wanted to holler at y'all, man, because I seen that, and after being on Hamp show last night and watching all the crazy stuff, because I don't really do the manosphere like that. I don't do the womansphere either. Because they over there on some he-man, he-woman, man-hating shit, just like they over there on some he-woman, he-man, woman hating shit. I don't have time for the hate for each other. If we gonna love on each other, let's love on each other and get it over with. And all that extra stuff gotta go. Cause I'm gonna love you right from my heart, right from the start. I come right out the gate loving you. You got to wear that shit out on me. Once you wear that love out of me, I'm done and I'm good. I don't want to be bothered no more. I don't mind talking to you. I'm gonna love you for life, and I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna check on you. But as far as in any avenue back to coming to me, nah, you gonna have to work extremely hard once you do me something for no reason. You got to work extremely hard to convince me that You not like you was. And a lot of times people call, they don't change their stripes. Snake just get bigger when they get bigger. That skin just shed right off and they get bigger. So, that's why I don't try to be in the midst of everything. Once we broke, okay. Like if you can't handle your emotions, because I'm handling mine. I love you right now. It ain't take me 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, a year, 3, 5 years down the line to love you. I love you from the gate. From the time I said go and we said go, I love you right from there. Right from the start. You got to fuck that up with me. And that's what I be trying to tell people about each other. Y'all got to fuck each other up. It ain't just no one-sided thing. Because if you fucking each other up, that's what's going to happen in the end. But if you're loving on each other, love on each other with all that hostility and all that silly shit and that back rent that you owe from the last bitch and the last dude. Man, take that shit to court. For real. And leave it in the court hands. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody got time for all that. Y'all let it go. Let it go and heal up. I love you. I'm just saying.
Fresh, guess I was freezed up, fresh out of the deeper. Freeze up, cause I'm deeper than any voice on speakers. I can't hear y'all haters, you gotta speak up. I don't need to slow down, I need to speed up. Anonymous activity, Bobby B stuff. Jealousy to ski master motion, and ease up. Fresh out of the freezer.